I really enjoyed The Invisible Man. I watched that the other day. I think I'm going to watch Parasite today. You know, my son actually sent me like a list of movies. It's like, dude, you got to watch Parasite. You know, I was like, yeah, but it's subtitles. Do I really want to sit through subtitles? And he's like, dude, you got to do it. So I think that those are one of the two to watch. Of course, I'm a big Curb Your Enthusiasm fan, you know, so I ended up watching the whole, not just the season, just from one all the way back up, you know, and that was my go-to every day.
Started like series, which I started The Wire. I've never seen The Wire before, and I'm kind of rewatching things. I'm actually kind of rewatching a lot of films. A new film I watched the other night was I, Tonya, which I've never seen that, but I'm rewatching things like This Is England. You know, I think being around with family, everyone has a dinner and kind of goes, oh, well, why don't we, and you start talking about a film, oh, we stick it on. So we stuck on This Is England, and that is just so good. And Moulin Rouge as well. We stuck that on the other night, and I really wasn't up for watching it. And then it was just, I loved that film as a kid, but didn't really kind of think much of it. Watched Braveheart again, kind of re-watching things. But I think I watched a brilliant film, The Levelling by Hope Dixon Leach, a couple of documentaries. So yeah, and a couple of series. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything that's sort of really blown me away as a new thing. But I think what I need to do in this coming weeks, if they extend, is a couple of friends have done. I've always admired when they said they've done it. They've picked a director and they've gone through their whole canon, and I think that's quite a good way to focus, because sometimes, you know, with these Netflix and things, you're nullified by choice sometimes.
I'm watching Crown right now. I think it's great, and I think with the kind of freedom that they've used the stories with those people alive still, and you know, all those things that are going on in it, and for them to permit it and allow it, and the real names are being used. So that is something I find it very progressive. And even with all their flaws, I think it's really come out that the struggles that they've had, you know, they haven't had it easy. So I've been watching that, and because because of the OTT platforms, the world has become such a small place. I watched the Israeli Fauda before that, which was absolutely great. It was a real, you know, it captivated you. It had pretty good action as well, and yeah, it was good. So I've been watching all these things, and been watching The Last Tsars, and you know, some German films, some Korean films. The Last Train to Busan. They're absolutely loving I mean, because of the work you were always busy with, you didn't catch on so much stuff. At least I did.
New series of Killing Eve's back on. Been watching that. Haven't been as impressed with this series, but I no doubt carry on watching it because I have a massive crush on Jodie Comer anyway. What else have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of Inside the Factory. Big show that. I like Inside the Factory, and I like how stuff works to open up a whole new side of television for me. So that's what I've been watching.
That's really interesting. Any particular thing or anything you're just interested in how any of them works and all of the factories?
I really like Inside the Factory. Just because you'd never have thought how things are made, would you?